Children are often fascinated by how big or how heavy things are. Their fascination with the sizes of things can be a wonderful way to encourage kids to learn about mathematics because it introduces the idea of measurement. However, we need to present measurement to children in ways that don't rely on ideas adults often take for granted. We want to make sure kids understand the basic concepts of measurement, that they know what how high, how heavy, how long, and how much really mean. Using standardized measuring tools takes time and instruction. Trying to learn ruler skills while still developing a sense of what measurement is can lead to confusion. Non-standard units are more appropriate for introducing children to measurement. You can use paper clips, links, or blocks to measure how long something is. Whatever items the children use for measuring length or height, make sure they place them end to end. Don't let the units overlap. Also, ask the children how many units long or tall they think the measured object will be, to help develop their ability to estimate. Later, you can transition to using colored tiles to measure objects, then moving to 1-inch construction paper squares. Have the children construct their own rulers by gluing the 1-inch squares on a 6 or 12-inch strip of paper. The progression from non-standard units to the construction of their own ruler helps children associate the act of measuring with the skills and concepts of standardized measurement they'll use later in school. Weight for preschoolers should concentrate on heavier and lighter. It's great to have a balance scale available, so children can compare objects by approximate weight in an immediate way. They can watch the arms of the balance scale move as they see whether the yellow bear is heavier than the blue one, or the red cylinder weighs more than the yellow one. Clocks are the standard measurement tool for time, but telling time using a clock doesn't start until children are in school. Even without clock reading skills, learning about elapsed time is something every child can do. Use timers to give children a sense of how much time is passing throughout the day or between activities. Tell the children that it's 5 minutes until cleanup time and set a timer for 5 minutes. When the timer sounds, they'll know 5 minutes have passed. Or, use a timer to set limits on how long children can play with a special toy or in a particular center. However you use a timer, always make sure you tell the children how long you've set it for, to reinforce the idea of time as measurable. Of course, referring to clocks is good preparation for when children learn to read them on their own. Have a digital clock side by side with an analog one, if possible. Incorporate knowing what time it is into the daily routine. For example, you could say, "Look, it's 2 o'clock. This clock has the big hand on the 12 and the little hand on the 2. Time for snack." You can also play games with time. Have children put their heads down on a table and sit up when they think 1 minute has passed. This is hard even for adults if you ask them not to count. Or have children guess how long it will take to put on their shoes and socks, then time them. For older kids, ask them to guess how many circles they could draw in 1 minute. After the minute has passed, have them count the circles. It's good counting practice. And you can watch to see if they count by ones, twos, or make groups of 5 or 10. Children learn about area and volume informally at this age, by laying tiles on a board and by filling boxes with blocks. Again, the focus is not on teaching formulas or calculations, but on building an intuitive grasp of how much and counting how many items it takes to fill spaces and containers. Whatever activities and materials you choose, remember that the goal is to help children develop a sense of what measurement is. Those basic questions of how high, how heavy, how long, and how much. With the right guidance, they'll be prepared for more formal concepts like inches, centimeters, ounces, and minutes, and all the measurement work they'll do in school and later in life.